Yeah, everyone, Podger here with an Age of Magic video, and in today's video we're going to be looking at the adjusted Knights of the Council. Two of the characters from the faction got a little bit of a move adjustment to make them more effective in the game, as they were not performing to the level expected, especially when Tristan is considered a Legend of a Rat, one of the hardest heroes in the game to get. So the two heroes that received an adjustment are Tristan and Siegfried. So we'll look at Siegfried first. He received it to his passive, so Path of the Knight. It is the second part. Reduces the damage dealt by renegades against other allied Knights of the Council by 60%, and damage dealt by other dark characters by 20%. So he's getting a fairly decent damage reduction against the renegades, but also dark heroes in general. So it's giving the Knights a lot more use. Primarily against the renegades, obviously, which are an issue within the arena and tournament at the moment. However, looking past that, because there are other parts of the game, this will also be quite effective in Cradle of Chaos. So keep that in mind. I think it's a fairly decent buff to an old hero, giving him a lot more value. The second change came to Tristan, who received an adjustment to his leadership skill. It is the fourth dot point down. 1, 2, 3, 4. All allied Knights of the Council ignore effects that limit damage by percentage HP. Also, when an enemy uses such an effect, each knight gains 1 stack of their special effect. Ghostly Touch, Preparation, Battle Fury, Magic Power, and Spark of Light. That's the buff that each knight gets. Each one is different, and it turns them into like God mode when they reach max stacks. So a fairly powerful adjustment to the skill, giving the knights a lot more fight in them. They're going to get into that stage a lot quicker, well, when versing characters that can reduce percentage HP, which is, off the top of my head, Irizit. So keep that in mind. So we'll test the knights against some prominent Knights of the Council squads. We'll see how they perform. I'm going to be using Tristan at max level, fully maxed out. I know extremely difficult to get, but this is going to be the level he's going to perform at his best. So remember, if you're ever versing a squad with more power, there is always the chance you're going to lose, even if it is the right team combination you're using against the right squad. So just keep that in mind. So we'll jump into the battle, and yeah, we'll verse 3 different Renegade squads. These aren't going to be proper battle reports. I'm not going to try and talk through the whole thing, but we'll see how the teams perform. Okay, so our first battle is the Belladonna Crowley combination. What we are going to do here is we are going to apply on the side of the living, and then we're going to use our AoE. It's not going to do huge damage, but that's fine. We want to take out this Lion Go as fast as possible. If we can take out Lion Go, beautiful. We can then move on to the Crowley and take him out. Taking out the Crowley is going to protect our buffs. There we go. Now, this is probably, so far, what I found one of the hardest teams to fight. Even with the buffs, this Renegade combination is actually still quite strong. We should be able to eliminate all 3 of them there with Brynhild. So a lot of stuff happening there. Again, it's not a battle report. I just want to show you the effectiveness. The trick is you have to take out that Crowley. The Crowley can cause a lot of problems for you, especially when he strips you of your buffs. Now, Librarian can protect you from buff removal, but the Crowley will more than likely use his buff removal when that protection fades. So just keep that in mind. So this team, I'll have to do a proper battle report on and explain what's happening, because you do need to do some specific things. The second team we're versing is the Belladonna Irizit team. So this is where the team should perform its best, since we can no longer be negated by damage reduction. So we're going to go on the side of the living again. Now, the thing is, and what you need to consider is, when you're using abilities now from the knights, it will not actually reduce the damage reduction stack the enemy has. It just bypasses it altogether. So for some reason, if you are running a hybrid knights team, the characters that aren't part of the knights, if they're attacking characters with damage reduction, they're still going to have to fight through those stacks. So keep that in mind. So we're going to use our AoE here. Just start getting some damage out. Beautiful. And we want to... It's not such a big deal on this team, because we're just going to go ahead and use our shield throw. And we are going to take out that line go, and then we're going to go straight for the Belladonna, take her out, buff our shield. The Gene dies, that's fine, not a big deal. We are going to go ahead and try and take out that Morrigan now. Bang, big damage. We'll take out the Irizit. I mean, he's honestly not a threat, but we can only attack him, so that's fine. Brynhild is just such a weapon. She does as well. As I say that, that's okay. And boom, second team down. So yeah, Irizit is not going to be affected by the damage reduction from Siegfried, because he is not a renegade. He is a dark hero though, so even with that, he does 20% less damage. But there you go. So we'll jump into the third battle now. It will be the Belladonna Chrome version. Again, moving into the battle, we got Belladonna and Chrome now. So we are going to go ahead and use Great Gunya. We're going to just try and take out this Siegfried as quickly as possible. AoE damage. And we just keep attacking. We lose the Gene straight up, but the AoE comes out and puts us in a pretty good spot from here. We could already just use our basic attack there to hurt the Morrigan. Beautiful and beautiful, done. So yeah, the Knights definitely have a lot more fight now, especially against the Renegades. That's the whole purpose of the adjustment to their abilities. It's given a lot more value to Tristan. The Renegades still are a very potent force. There are reports already brewing of like teams that can still beat the Knights, except you're going to have to play that on manual. It takes very specific steps. But the Knights definitely have a lot more value now. So it begs the question again, what do you buy? Do you buy Thaynarg or do you buy Tristan? I think both of them have a very specific use. It depends what you're looking for in the game. Thaynarg, at the moment, most value comes from him and his ability to win the tournament fights. Tristan, I believe, has a lot more value game-wide. You can use him in Arena, you can use him in Tournament, you can definitely now use him in Cradle of Chaos. I think they've got a lot more fight, especially against those later nodes. They're going to have Dark Enemies or Renegades. I think that's going to serve you a lot better as well. So I think both are a better option, a good option. I think if you're looking for overall coverage, though, I think Tristan is the better option. So I think they've done a good job with the Knights. I think they've definitely given them a lot more fight. It's they're a very specific team now. You're most likely going to be using them against Renegades. But yeah, but there you go. Those are the adjustments to the Knights. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. I will answer it to the best of my ability. And wherever you are on the world, until next time, please take care of yourself.